Hi, fiber seekers. Today I want to talk a little bit more specific about applications. Quite often I get asked, so what should I use it for? And my usual answer is actually, have you ever printed something which broke afterwards? So here's your good chance for finding a good application. Or on the other side, have you ever thought about not printing something because you were sure it'll fail in practice? So just made up your mind a little bit and you seriously be able to find those on your own. One specific application, however, which I think about often and frequently is the so-called end-of-arm tooling. So before we do further, this is actually what I mean. So every robot on this planet actually requires some specific tools at the end of the arm of the robot. Just for grip something, place something, pick and place something, whatever it is. The point is that I think in 2025 alone, 500,000 new robots have been deployed globally. And this number keeps increasing year on year. So I decided, together with a friend, to just do a little bit of an example on how you can do it. In this case, I designed an end-of-arm tool using Shaper 3D. I'm a SolidWorks guy, but sometimes I try to use kind of some new stuff, and I love this application running on my iPad, and it's so easy to use and very convenient, in particular if you just want to design kind of small things, you know. And so we designed this little gripper, which is working at a robot. We need a pair of them actually for each grip, and we designed it using Shaper 3D. So this is step one, quite obvious designing of the robot gripper. But then we use our rocket slicer to not only 3D print it, but reinforce it with continuous carbon fiber. This is just another step which takes you about a minute or two to figure out how to lay down the fiber in this internal structure. In this case, we did it just on the circumference of the part and around the holes where the robot gripper gets fixed on the robot end of arm. So, and here is the final part. Actually, it doesn't need to look super nice and super smooth, but it needs to work. And I have it here in hand. Actually, I can show it to you. I mean, this thing is so stiff, it's unbelievable. But seriously, what is the advantage of using those things at the end of a robot arm? Well, quite obviously, we drastically decrease lead time. If you want to do this part in aluminium, well, it takes a while to produce it. Either you do it in-house or you even outsource it to a CNC shop, so easily days or even weeks. This part prints in just 8 hours together with the fiber, so you basically have it next day. But another important factor for robotics in particular is weight. Because if you are able to decrease weight at the end of an arm, you have two things. Basically, you can increase the payload of the robot, or you can even choose a smaller robot, or it also increases speed and dynamics because of the lower weight at the end of the arm of the robot. And in this case, compared to an aluminum part, we decreased weight about 50%. So assuming you have 4 of those at the end of the arm of your robot, this can significantly increase payload and increase speed of your robot. So I hope you enjoyed this little session, and as always, you can enrich your knowledge by just picking up your phone, scan the code, and do a little quiz and compete like a pro. Thank you very much, and bye bye.